Hi, everyone. It's David and Christy from Our Hunter Lives. We're back live. We have an interesting character here.
Very interesting character. He just gave a lecture up on stage, and you had quite a lot to say.
I usually do.
The thing is what you were saying, it kind of freaks me out a little bit, like when you get into cryptozoology or cryptids and things like that. And you were actually kind of telling people about the difference. So if you could and kind of go in kind of in short form and let people know what's the difference, because a lot of people think cryptids, you were saying people think cryptids are just one thing.
Right. A lot of people think that cryptids are just like mythological creatures or beings that, fairies and stuff. And fairies could very well be cryptids. But cryptozoology is cryptid is hidden or secret, and zoology is the study of animals.
Yeah.
So cryptozoology is the study of hidden animals. And that goes into all things that people didn't know existed, such as the lowland gorilla, the platypus, the okapi, and the list goes on, that anything that has not been officially discovered by modern science.
Sure. You were going into some of the more known ones. What are some good unknown ones that some of your friends or people that are kind of watching the show right now that they don't know about that really kind of pique your interest?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of ones that, like I said in the presentation, that could still exist, like the Mapinguari, which is from South America. It could be a relic species of ancient ground sloth that could still be alive today.
So is it really slow?
I don't think so. If we can't find it, if it was slow, we would
does it like
find
to hang out on hammocks and cuddle with you?
Called
It's
it
a very big
sloth.
cuddler. It's
Yeah.
Big Spoon.
A sloth to me is something that hangs upside down and moves like this.
Oh, I'm very sleepy. Are you describing me or are you describing a sloth? So that sounds super interesting. You mentioned the Mothman.
Yes.
Now everybody knows about the Mothman.
Yes.
Have you been to Point Pleasant?
We did. Yeah. We actually did a 2-part episode on our YouTube series about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun there. I like it there.
I've been working on a documentary, and I talked to Jeff and I've talked to some people in town. And let me ask you this question, because I think there's a little underbelly under that town that nobody talks about. And they have the Mothman Festival once a year. 20,000 people come in. They have a great time,
They
and then it's
shuffle
boom,
them out.
the iron curtains back down again. Sure, go out to the bunkers, have fun, But and unfortunately, a lot of people that experience are past now, And Jeff is kind of keeping that flame, But they're people just don't want to talk about it. Did you get that same impression when you were there?
We didn't do too much interviewing there. Our episode focused on more of the modern sightings that have been happening in Chicago.
Sure.
And the Great Lakes region. And there have been a lot of sightings in that area since 2017 to current. And we went to Point Pleasant and did the documentary there as part of the research and backstory of it. But on that note of Chicago, there's a lot of people there that I wrote to every person online on YouTube that said I saw it, and I had one person reply back to me.
Wow.
Nobody wanted to talk about
Wow.
Mothman
Awesome.
or stuff.
Wow.
I did find a couple witnesses that had seen it, though. So,
Did they describe the same thing?
yeah, I had 2 completely separate witnesses out of Minnesota describe very similar encounters where they were driving along a desolate forested road, and this creature just dropped straight down out of the sky. So it the one it flew away from their car, and the one it flew straight towards them.
Wow.
Oh wow!
But they're both very similar encounters.
Yeah.
Now-
So go ahead, Christy. I'm sorry.
Out of all, because you listed off numerous ones. Which ones have you seen?
I have only seen Bigfoot on thermal.
Okay.
I have not gotten a chance to see one with my eyes, even a shadow of one, but I have been twice now in the vicinity of one where I could see it on thermal, but I couldn't either get to it.
Yeah.
It was across a river from me.
Yeah.
And then the other one, we were still trying to figure out what it was.
So no chupacabras?
No, that is my favorite. My favorite's
I
a
want
chupacabra.
to see a chupacabra.
Chupacabras.
Now tell us a little bit about a chupacabra, because that's one of my favorites.
So chupacabra is in Spanish is the goat sucker.
Yeah.
And there was a rash of sightings in the 1990s, and
The goat
No,
sucker.
it's-
The
I'm
goat sucker.
sorry.
Yep.
That kind of threw me off there for a minute. The goat sucker.
Yep, that's what it translates to.
Yes.
There was a bunch of sightings, and these cattle were mutilated, the goats, chickens, all with 2 puncture wounds and completely drained of blood.
Yeah.
And when the radio DJ started reporting these, he called it El Chupacabra, which is the goat sucker, because that's what it was
doing. Yeah.
and
Like a
that term
vampire.
just kind of caught on. Yeah. But these sightings of these things, like I said, go back all the way to the 1800s over in Europe.
Oh, okay.
So there's a very similar rash of cases as what we had down in Puerto Rico and stuff back in Europe and that back in the
Right.
day. And you do have these different cases around the world.
Yeah.
With any of these creatures, you have to have that breeding population that to sustain these creatures if they are real animals.
Sure.
Right.
What did you
Instead of
think-
Mythological.
Yeah. What did you think about the video that came out? I think it was about like 5 years ago of that dog that they were calling the Chupacabra on the road.
Yep.
What would you think? Do you think it was kind of looked like something, but we don't know what it was, and they didn't stop to like, okay, let's really look at it, see if it's going to attack us.
So here's the thing: they actually do have specimens of that.
Oh, okay.
They are now called the Cuero blue dogs.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it's an
Wow.
entire species. The
That's
first
cool.
one was found. I can't remember the name
That's
off
cool.
my head of the lady that found it. She found one dead on her property.
Okay.
She had it taxidermied. It's actually the picture I have in my presentation.
Oh, okay.
And so these dogs are coyote and Mexican wolf.
Wow.
Coy wolf or
Wow.
something. They're hybrid. I can't remember off the top of my head what they are actually either. But
Yeah.
they're a hybrid species, and they do exist. But I do not believe, in my opinion, that is what's killing the livestock. That's what the chupacabras are.
Gotcha.
Right.
Barnaby, why don't you tell people where people can find you? I know you have a radio show also.
Mhm.
Let people know where people are. Christy, if you want to, I know you kind of have to get out of here and go up on stage and kind of let people know to like
Yes.
kind of hang out for a second. We appreciate it, Christy. We love
Nice
you
chatting with you.
and stuff like that. So, Barnaby, where can people find you?
Absolutely. Wisconsin, spelled out
Okay.
CAPS, wisconsincaps.com.
Okay.
You can find links to all of our social media.
Okay.
We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon if you want to support us.
Okay.
I have 2 radio shows. I have Monday Morning Monsters, which is live every Monday on WLTK DB Talk Radio.
Nice.
And
Nice.
that is all cryptozoology.
Okay.
And then it runs on YouTube and stuff,
Okay.
simulcast and that, so you can listen to it later.
Okay.
And I also have Whispers from the Dark, which is all cryptids, paranormal, metaphysical, whatever, UFOs.
Awesome. Well, we are going to have a long form interview with Barnaby because we love everything like this on OHL. And one of the things that we really haven't gotten into, Barnaby, is the cryptozoology and cryptids and Bigfoot and things like that. But it's very fascinating to me. I know it's Christy's nut bag of tea sometimes, but she loves it. She loves it also. But yeah, we will talk to you down the road. And everybody, thank you for tuning in. And if you can catch this on the Haunting with Mill Paracon webpage also, and we will see you guys down the road. Thanks, guys.